Hey, what's going on, my wrestling friends? And welcome to another Figure 4 TV edition, guys. How y'all feeling? Hope y'all having a good night. And I got my guy, Turnbuckle King, over at the Toxic Ring Scandals channel. How you feeling tonight, my guy?
I'm good, bro. Good, man. Just finished watching NXT Great American Bash. You can catch me covering that the Red Carpet Ring Market Wrestling Channel. So we'll cover that PLE. Well, TV event, I'm sorry.
No doubt, no doubt, y'all. So we got Mr. Approach in the building. We got the lovely sister Tamika Washington in the building. Billy Bishop in the building. All right, guys. So let's get straight on into it.
Yeah, salute
Today
to the
we
chat.
come,
Salute to y'all.
salute to the chat. And today, guys, we come to talk about major update on Alexa Bliss WWE return. Now, a lot of y'all was tricked. A lot of y'all, myself included, I thought she was going to return this year, SummerSlam 2024, because it was in her hometown. But she did not. So, guys, today we're going to speculate on how would you book Alexa Bliss return. I got a booking scenario that we're going to get into. We're going to get into. TBK, you want to add anything before we get on with the show?
Yeah. I just want to say that the women's division is at an all-time high. The rosters are stacked. Raw and SmackDown. I've never seen so many talented women in one locker room at the same time.
That's true. That is true. That is true. So, guys, let's go over a little bit of history. For those, you know how we do. For those of y'all that might been under a rock right now, don't know what we talking about, need a little backstory. Let's get into what the news is saying. The most recent update on Alexa Bliss, because she is training and she will be back real soon.
Alexa Bliss has been seen training in the ring, sparking excitement among fans who eagerly anticipate the return of the former Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. In her Instagram stories, Bliss shared clips of her training sessions, showcasing her signature move, the Twisted Bliss. Alexa Bliss's WWE hiatus Bliss last competed in WWE in January 2023, challenging for the Raw Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble PLE. In May 2023, Bliss announced her pregnancy on social media, calling her child the best oops ever. She and her husband, Ryan Cabrera, welcomed their daughter Hendrix in November 2023. What's next for Alexa Bliss? 8 months after the birth of Hendrix, there is still no confirmation on when Bliss will return or what her role will be upon her comeback. Speculation suggests a possible involvement with the Wyatt Sicks, especially since her Royal Rumble 2023 appearance ended with Uncle Howdy appearing on screen, questioning if she felt in control. Bliss could potentially join the Wyatt Six as an ally or adversary. Notably, her interference cost Bray Wyatt his match against Randy Orton at WrestleMania 37, Bray's last WWE match before his 2021 release. However, Bliss has downplayed any connection to the QR codes, hinting at the Wyatt Six, and has not indicated any involvement with the faction.
Salute to the sports entertainer for that reporting. And guys, I want y'all to know, I don't think, me personally, I don't think she's gonna come back in the Wyatt Six faction because they changed it from six to sick. And if she would have returned, I think she'd have been back. She'd have had Nikki's spot right now. She'd have been the one delivering the messages and stuff like that, things of that nature. What you think, TBK?
Yeah, you spot on. I agree. Alexa would have been made her return when Wyatt Six made their first appearance on Raw. She would have been did something. If she didn't, she would definitely did something at SummerSlam, because that was in her hometown of Ohio. Thing about Alexa, I think she's not back because there's no storyline for her right now. They're trying to figure out the best way to insert her in the storyline. So
My guy Zilla in the in the ring tonight. How you feeling, Zilla?
What up, fellas? I'm coolin', man. How you doing?
well, what's going on, Zilla?
Man,
Chilling, man.
we got the power squad. We got the power team in the building tonight. Zilla, what's your take on Alexa and the Wyatt Six? Everybody putting her in the Wyatt Six faction.
Um, well, my take on it, I don't think she gonna be a part of it. You know what I mean? Whenever she do return, I just pulled up. I heard KDH. He was saying that they ain't got nothing for her. I believe that's the case too. Like they still trying to figure out what they gonna do with her before they bring her back. But as far as what I've been told with the Wyatt Six, it ain't gonna be no sixth member like Bray Wyatt. Like the spirit of Bray supposed to be like the sixth member, and Alexa was pegged to be Sister Abigail, but we see Nikki Cross assuming that role, so I don't really know where she'll fit in with that.
Now, guys, I pitched a great booking. I pitched a great way to book Alexa Bliss's return to WWE. And this is allegedly, guys. You could give us some time. I think we all can agree that Nia Jax, her bestie, deserves a nice long run with this title now. She put in that work. She took her L's. She deserved a nice run. But they kind of got this storyline where Tiffany Stratton, who is our young gunner, and I love Tiff. I love Tiff. She is going to be the future of the women's division. Charlotte will pass the torch to Tiff. So she got
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
She ain't going nowhere, right? So now, what if when she go, because we all know it's coming, and that's the obvious. We all know it's coming. We all know she gonna go and cash that thing in on her friend. What
What?
if Nia Jax's best friend, who is Alexa Bliss, come back to block that, y'all? What if that's how you book Alexa's return? That would then eventually put her in a feud with Tiffany Stratton. You know what I mean? When Tiffany eventually do take the title. How y'all think of that? Because she's not going to be in Wyatt 6. Plus, you want to keep her away from Liv Morgan. You want to keep them two characters away from each other unless you fitting to put them in the tag team because they're the exact same character.
Yeah, they basically the same.
Yeah, that's true. I would say what's funny because Alexa cashed in her money in the bank on 9 years ago. If she would come to help Tiffany do it, that would be crazy. But she could stop it too because she went through that. Say, hey, I did it to Naya. I don't want to see her done again. She could have a compassionate, spirit. I mean, compassionate towards Naya. But at the same time, she already feuding with Naya, so I don't see her feuding with Naya. She will help her. And think
Yeah,
about Tiffany.
that's what
Yeah,
the booking is. The booking is
yeah,
she's going to come back to save Nia Jax. She's going to stop the cash in. She's going to stop this pink lemonade cash in money in the bank.
Yeah. And since
yeah,
you just said that, bro, that pink lemonade you talking about, like that briefcase, they selling those. Like those gonna sell
Yes.
like
yeah,
hot cakes. So
yeah,
she's not cashing in no time soon because they gotta make money off that pretty pink briefcase they just made. Like that's for
yep,
sale right now. You know what I mean? Like soon as she debuted on TV with that shit, it was up there for sale. Like when the show went on, bro. So she
yeah.
not gonna
And
cash in no time soon. They gonna get that money off the briefcase, off the merch. You know what I mean? She gonna
at
carry
least
that
for
to the
another
ring
year.
at least for
Yeah.
like a fucking year or so.
I would say for holidays, they're gonna sell it for Christmas and all that.
Yes.
That's
It's
right.
Yes.
gonna be
That's a
it's gonna be a while before she cash that thing in, man. They gonna
Yeah.
get their money.
What they gonna do
definitely
too? What they'll do
definitely
too? You gotta remember too. now that WWE got all these opportunities to win a world title, we had the money. We had the Royal Rumble winner Bailey. In January she won the women's title. Nia Jax just won Queen of the Ring, same title that she just won now. Why would they book a 3 times for the women had an opportunity for women's world title or women's championship? Somebody got to take an L somewhere. Everybody can't win, off of opportunity. So the L will go to Tiffany because she's young, like you said.
Right.
Bailey, she needed a baby face run. She lost too long. She had to get over damage control.
Yeah,
Naya, who also had a world title in years, so she wasn't about to lose. And she's still coming up for the Queen Naya. So Tiffany will lose. That's 3 times you will have 3 women win a women's championship, the same exact championship on the same exact show. On top of that, that don't make sense to me booking. Who gonna lose? Think about the men's side. Men's Cody won the Royal Rumble. He won because he lost last year. We already know how that went down. WrestleMania 39. Gunther just won the King of the Ring. It was his time because he's coming up. And what happened to Money in the Bank? Drew cashed in and failed. She would go the same way. I see how WWE's booking. And if she's the youngest
yeah.
women's Money in the Bank winner, Austin Theory lost it for the young men. She will lose the same way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Ooh.
don't she don't have to her first championship because she gonna win multiple championships. It don't have to be from a cash in. She could have a failed cash
No.
in. Then she
Yeah.
just redeem herself later on and actually win the belt 1, 2, 3 as a baby face or something. So they gonna
Yeah.
turn her
Exactly.
eventually because everybody love this bitch. Everybody loves Shorty. You know what I mean? I love her. You know what I mean? So like, y'all heard me
Yeah.
talking about her when she was down in NXT. I said she was gonna be the next big thing. So, and I kind of was
Yeah.
right on that. Like they putting her in that direction. They ain't strapping the rockets to her and like just giving her that shove down your throat type of push. They letting it be organic because
They,
people
they,
fucking with it.
they
Yeah.
People
was,
fucking
they
Exactly.
with it.
was. She kind of stumbled herself up. You know how this sensitive culture is, but they was. She stumbled and then she rebounded very nicely. But the rocket pack was on her, but then
Oh
she
yeah, you
stumbled
Hmm.
with
talking
that.
about
Yeah,
she
Yeah.
had
With the
some
Jay
kind of little
Cargill.
controversy.
Yeah. The Jay Cargill situation. And another thing too about Tiffany, she's only been wrestling for 3 years. She caught
Right.
on so quick. She kind of reminds me of how Kurt Angle was. Remember Kurt Angle
Yeah,
came
she
in, he got pushed, he caught on so quick. She kind of reminds me of that, the female version.
she don't have a wrestling background. She ain't work indies. You know, she's straight from the
No,
performance stuff.
gymnastics. She
natural.
gymnastics. Yeah, she gymnastics background. So yeah.
Oh man. So guys, right now on the screen, I got a picture of Naya and Alexa just to show you how this is where her storyline is going, guys. She coming back to help the queen. She coming back. She a jealous best friend. She don't want Tiffany to be Naya's best friend. She wants to be Naya's best friend. And that's
Yeah.
how,
That makes sense, bro. That makes sense.
Hmm.
I
right? Because
Isn't
forgot all about them being friends like that. I forgot all about that shit. That they used to
isn't
be best friends.
it, isn't Naya ain't that her daughter's godmother or something like that? I think Naya's the godmother. I believe
absolutely,
that's the godmother. Yeah.
absolutely, KD.
They
Absolutely.
friends like that outside of the ring, not just in storyline.
Exactly. That's why it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. We can even see them in the tag team together now. Now that they got tag team titles. They wasn't tag team titles back when they was doing their thing on Total Divas and they was tag teaming.
Yeah, I think tag team titles for them would kind of be a step back though. Those girls, they world champion material.
That's a fact. Facts. You don't go from Queen of the Ring to tag team. You right.
Well, she already won that tag team, just never with Alexa. She already
Yeah,
held that belt with Shayna.
she
With
was with
Shayna.
Shayna Baszler or some
Shayna
shit they
Baszler.
had.
Yeah.
But that was like a
Mhm.
flat run. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't real interesting that run
Well,
they
it was
had.
it was the old Nia too, not the one we got now. The one that
Yeah,
was boxing all over the place.
that's a match. Oh, man.
So the money match will be in the Tiffany Stratton versus Alexa Bliss.
Oh
That's
yeah,
gonna be where it's gonna accommodate.
that match gonna happen either way though. It got to.
Yeah,
Man, I
that
I
can
will
see
be.
that. That's a big money match. I think that match gonna happen.
definitely, Vince will drool at the idea of his two blondes going at it for the title. He will drool. That's money.
Yes, sir. I know this kind of off topic. What y'all think about she stay hurt a lot, but I don't know what y'all think about Nikita Lyons, man.
Oh, I just saw a picture. It's her birthday today or something, if I'm
Yeah,
not
it's her birthday
mistaken.
today.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just saw a picture.
She be solid. She stay healthy. Stay
Yeah.
healthy. She it looks like she needs to I know she got to continue to train. So
I don't know, man. I mean, I know it's part of. I think she needs to kind of lose some of that weight, man. With her
that's why I
style,
said training. That's why I
yeah,
said he getting.
with them kids, cause she keep getting the same injuries, like leg injuries, and like I think she
Yeah,
carrying too much of that weight and the style with all them spin kicks and that kung fu type of shit she be doing. I think her body weight ain't really like. Cause I seen pictures of her in another promotion. She won't quite that thick. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was in this
hmm
promotion called Wild Women of Wrestling, and she was going by Babe the Lioness, and she was pretty decent over there. That's what WWE got the eyes on her. But yeah, maybe she
hmm
should slim back down to that size, man. But anyway, we get back what we're talking about.
No doubt, no doubt. That was good info right there. All right, so
Yeah.
let's see the interaction and let's look at the chemistry between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax outside of the ring.
Ooh, good angle. It's a good angle.
Hello. Hi. This is Alexa Bliss.
And Nia Jax.
And we are here in Seattle for NXT Seattle. And we are on the road and we thought we would do a little Q&A.
Take over NXT Facebook. Now send us some questions. Now send us some questions.
They don't, it's rude.
Oh my god, we didn't have good lighting though. That's all I gotta say about that.
Contour, though.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, shit. What up, Brian? Hi.
You love
Alexa
me?
Bliss, I love you.
You should.
Am I right? I mean, duh. That's a given.
Yeah, that was very conceited right there. That was very
Yeah,
substantive. Nia is very
Yeah, it was
pretty
not accurate.
for
yeah. I was
all
about to
plus
say the
size
same
women.
shit, good Bray.
Yeah,
I was about
yeah.
to say the exact same thing. Like she got a very pretty face, man.
For a plus size woman, yes, she do. I ain't even gonna
Mm-hmm.
hold you. I give it up. And she look like she got less makeup on her face than our girl Alexa here.
Alexa got a lot of makeup on.
Yeah,
Alexa
Alexa
wasn't
look a little
acting.
funny.
She wasn't acting. That's how she really feels. She not much acting.
Yeah, I
Ain't no
wouldn't think
character.
that these two would be friends outside of the ring,
Right?
man. But
It,
seeing them two right here, I could see how they kind of got a similar vibe or whatever.
yo, can you believe Nia is who hooked her up with Braun Strowman?
What?
Remember when
That,
Lexa was
that
messing with
I didn't
Strowman
know
for a
about.
little bit?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, she
You
been
would think
around
Braun,
backstage. God damn.
you would think Braun would be with not. He would have went after Nia.
Yeah,
Cause
you
he
would have
don't like.
thought so.
Mm-hmm. Cause
But
he
them
likes.
big guys like them little bitty women, though.
Yeah.
But he
Remember?
dated Raquel Rodriguez. That she big and tall too. She just
Hmm.
slimmer than Nia. That's why I
Yeah,
said I thought he would get with her. He dated
I think
women like that.
he's still with Raquel, right?
No, he broke up.
Oh,
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, these two don't seem like they'd be friends when you see the storyline, but they look like they pretty chummy though right here.
I mean, get off it.
How you doing? Who are you, Carmella?
Yeah,
Oh,
are you
come on.
Camilla?
They answering for each
My
other?
name.
They in sync.
You get it? You get it? You
I got it.
Yeah.
Can I
No, you cannot get a shout out.
Sorry.
You spelled ladies wrong, loser.
Drop them in his trunks.
We already know that. We are gorgeous.
Are you guys
women.
gonna send us questions?
Can we get a question?
Come on.
Do you guys watch? Do you?
Someone said, will you marry them?
No, I will not marry you. Okay, you have to spell things correctly for me to even acknowledge you. Go back to spell check.
Oh, they love us.
Oh man. God, really? Look how good.
Oh,
there
wait,
we go.
correct.
Check out how good I look on this poster, though.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That makeup, though.
Oh,
so good.
Yeah.
Dream match. What's your dream match?
oh my gosh, my dream match would be a tag team with Alexa Bliss.
Oh my god, that would be so much fun against the team Amela.
Yeah. Ooh, we would wreck shop. We would light them up.
We will strike
We'll
you.
strike them. Seconds. No, we don't love you. Oh, cool. I ain't crying about it.
Can you guys be a tag team? Well, we want to.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
What's your favorite city to perform in?
I can't really pick one yet. We've been in plenty. We like
I
them
know, they were
all.
all so cool. You'll know
Really good with makeup on, though. Please, you need to calm down, okay?
You know what they are?
Rude.
Oh
my.
Team Iron Man or Team Captain America? I'm Iron Man.
Iron Man.
For sure.
Alexa for women's champion. Oh my gosh.
We saw some shit too. We're like, oh my god.
Gosh.
Why did I change my music? Because it's so much better now.
Yeah, sure.
Do you see yourself as future NXT Women's Champion?
That's a dumb question. I don't want to answer that. I mean, really? Of course I do.
I see a lot of comments, but not a lot of
Without
questions.
gaudy makeup.
Where's Blake and Murphy? Training. To the NXT Tag Team Championships back.
Who's your favorite wrestler growing up, Alexa?
Ooh, I like Trish
I don't care about
Stratus.
Nia's answer. That's what it says.
No offense, but if you still think stocks, real estate, or crypto are the best passive income investments in today's economy, I'm
Again.
Oh my gosh, we're still reconnect.
What country would you like to visit?
Oh gosh, I would love to go to Australia. That's where I was born.
It was so nice there.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So good.
The Rock has been a big influence in my career. He's not only my family, but my mentor. One of my best friends. He's a good guy. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, make it to the main roster first. No.
If I wasn't holding the phone, I could do that too.
Ooh. Where's Eva? She's busy doing her thing. Don't worry
Been the
about
biggest
her.
help at the PC, Sarah Amato.
Sarah Amato, hands down.
She is
Best
redefining the
ever.
women's division.
Yes. Yes, it does need to come to Vegas. I love Vegas.
See comments.
I look just like The Rock. Ooh, it's a compliment.
He told her she looked like The Rock. That's not a
Not a
compliment.
compliment. That's not a compliment.
She knew it wasn't no compliment.
Yeah. She being a
Facts.
smart, very sarcastic. But yeah.
One thing about Nia, man, her voice don't match the way she looked to me. You know what I mean? Like when she started talking, it kind of threw me off a bit.
That's a fact. Man, now that we see they got great, absolutely great chemistry.
Great
You
chemistry.
know what I mean? Great chemistry.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now, bro. You could put them on TV and let them do that on TV as a tag team. Like the way they was in sync with each other and like on one accord and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could definitely do that on TV.
And really dominate, like really put some prestige to the women's tag team titles. Think about it. When was the last time that title been in an angle? Like a real legitimate angle. Katie, you might know because it might have been on NXT television, but it damn sure was not on the main roster.
Which title was this? The tag team title?
Yeah.
Yeah, the women.
The last time, I mean, honestly, it's being really pushed now because with the whole Isla Dawn and Fire, they just defended
Those be
last week on
quick fire
NBC.
matches though. Those don't be
Yeah,
hard angles like.
no, they don't. No, the last time it was really somewhat pushed. Honestly, if you want to say, is when they merged the belts somewhat, and that's a somewhat. You know, they merged with the women's NXT belts.
Right.
That's when it was somewhat getting an angle. We know Shayna and Ronda won those belts and merged them, but they were still in a popular angle because they had to merge it and they really pushed that angle. That's the last thing. That was just what, a year and a half ago.
Right.
Yeah, they don't really put them titles in no angle.
No, they don't. Anything.
They
It
don't
barely
really
they
give a
just
fuck about them. They
defend them.
just take
They
two
don't defend
girls
them.
and throw them on them.
Yep. 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 Matched up tag teams, two matched up matches. This girl's go to that girl and just beat her up, attack her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No real stories.
Honestly, not even Jada Bianca really did anything with those belts. You had a short title run. You just tried to get them back. You didn't win it. They didn't do nothing with those belts. It was just a short run. It was just it's pretty much used. I see the tag belts as a stack the pad. We won the tag team championships. And that's to the record. That's
That's
how I see
fact.
it.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
I thought they was gonna actually use them. Like speaking of Jade and Bianca, I thought they were gonna use the belts as an angle for them, like to set up their feud where they lose the match. I know y'all remember the match where Jade kind of fucked up and they lost in Scotland or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Christ,
So I,
Bianca had to pick her head up. Bianca was
yeah,
on
yeah,
so
camera
the
picking
past.
her head up.
I thought what they was gonna do then was like, they were gonna make them turn on each other, like, this is your fault we lost the title type shit. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think
And I
that's what
thought,
they're working on now. I think that's what
yeah,
they
see,
kind of go towards now
so
because
that
they just
that can
lost.
be like considered an angle. You know what I mean? They was using those tag belts, just putting them together, just for them to have a match. You know what I mean? They really not put together for no
Well,
other reason, just to lead to them having a feud with each other.
Right.
one thing I didn't
See,
like about that, one thing I like about that situation, they won the belts too quick. Bianca and Jay didn't team long enough to win the belts. They
Nah,
were teamed up 3, 4 times and they won the belt. I'm like, that's kind of quick, you know. You didn't really team that long. Jay had just started getting on TV, so I thought it was kind of rushed. But I
and
get
then
they were.
even I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. But
No,
even when they started getting on like, God, what's that? I don't know what that was, but when they started having like tag team moves and matching gear and shit, and then they lost the belts. You know what I mean?
facts. That's facts though, guys. That is facts. And the thing is, they be using the titles to they don't use the titles to create characters. They use the titles to create angles. Like those tag team titles, remember they wasted them to build stables. That's what they doing. They even with the men's tag team titles, it's not about the actual angle on the tag team title division. That title used to make the bloodline look stronger, make the Judgment Day look stronger, make damage control look stronger. Like, bro, you could make a stable look strong without giving them the title, without booking them to disturb the title pictures. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's what they've been doing
Yeah,
recently, right? And it sucks.
yeah, I agree. Just like they've just recently did that, like you said, with the bloodline. Then they threw them on Fatu and one of the other God members. Like, why the fuck you ain't just give them to the God guys? They are actual
Right,
tag team. They're actual tag team. But I get it.
right.
They trying to put Fatu over, but Fatu ain't gonna need no tag team belt, man.
He
Once they
not.
see how this guy work in the ring, trust me, people is gonna fuck with him, man. If
And
you ain't
and on
seen him
top of
yet,
that,
for the people in the chat, man, I don't mean to cut you off, but the people in the chat, if you ain't seen Fatu, go to MLW and check out some of his matches when he was the MLW World Champion, man. And you'll see why everybody is like all the rave about this guy. He is the shit, man. I'm telling you.
And that's a fact. And that's a fact. I just was watching some joint where he threw somebody out the ring and then up against the cage, and everybody was like, "Yo, holy hell, holy s, holy s."
I'm talking about how athletic this motherfucker. He can flip. This nigga can fly. Like, bro, he got it all. Like, in my opinion, he the best of the Samoans I saw. That he can do everything that all of them motherfuckers can do in one package.
Facts, and he got himself into shape real quick because he
Yeah,
was a
he
little
did. Quick
heavier than
too.
that. He
Yeah.
looking real good right now.
I actually think he lost a little too much weight, but I get it. He want to be able to fly and flip and shit. You know what I mean? With these flippy guys in the league.
Oh yeah, WWE don't play that either.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
and the
definitely
match
has
is him and
movement.
Roman. Him and Roman is the match, so he got to look the part.
Yeah, he had
Right.
to get in shape for WWE TV.
All
Because he
right,
skipped
y'all.
NXT.
Yeah, I mean now you don't want to waste the injury. You don't want to waste the injury on a talent like that. You don't want to play with it. You want to
Yeah,
make as much money as you can.
yeah, bring him on up to the bloodline.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get to the main event, and we're gonna do our little reaction. We're gonna go over my guy. What's that? Wrestling with Andy, narrated by Joe, where we're gonna react to the 5 Feet of Fury, the Alexa Bliss full career documentary. So we're gonna go step by step in the Alexa Bliss.
Horsewomen of WWE have gotten much of the credit for the rise of female wrestling. However, one performer that has often gone underrated is Alexa Bliss. Yes, a 5-time champion and 2-time tag champion, Alexa is without a doubt one of the most decorated women's wrestlers in WWE history, not to mention her character development, from being a manager in NXT to becoming the goddess of the main roster, all the way to her most recent run under her supernatural gimmick. But how did she get to this point? Well, join us today as we take a deep dive into her entire career journey so far in 5 Feet of Fury, the Alexa Bliss story. Alexis Joanne Louise Kaufman was born on August 9, 1991 in Columbus, Ohio, and it was there that she would fall in love with all things sports from a young age. In fact, by the time she was at school, she was already taking part in track and field, kickboxing, softball, and gymnastics. And on top of this, once she'd reached Hilliard-Davidson High School, she would have joined the cheerleading team too, with her continuing this well into her college years, by which point she would have reached Division I status. But these weren't the only interests she had as a youth, because Alexis was also an avid fan of everything WWE and Disney, with the former being a big favorite of hers during the Attitude Era and beyond, and the latter continuing to be an obsession even to this day, with her regularly posting about her frequent visits to Walt Disney World on her social media accounts. That said, her childhood wasn't all roses, as while she was still at school at the age of 15, the youngster would develop an eating disorder, with this being bad enough to turn life-threatening at one point as she lost a vast amount of weight and had to be hospitalized. In the end, though, she was able to overcome this, something she did in part by getting involved in fitness competitions, with this allowing her to get herself back in physical shape while also being comfortable in.
I don't know why, but a lot of the pretty girls, they have a problem with the weight. They think they too fat, or they think they, you know what I mean, and they go into this anorexic shit and they stop eating and they, you know what I mean. It's mental, but
Yeah.
What's
They
crazy
don't
is
even
Bianca
they don't
Belair.
even be fat though, bro.
nope,
And they'll
nope.
start that eating and making themselves vomit and all that type of shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
Bianca went through the same thing. Another person, and they use fit bodybuilding to get over it. She's of course, a bodybuilder too. She lives too. They all use
Yep.
the
Hmm.
same blueprint.
And it's female nature. They this is why they don't like to compete. Cause they're OD hard on themselves. They don't like to fail. You know what I mean? They don't understand it's just okay. It's learning and failure. You could compete and you could lose because you're gonna learn. And that's really a win. They don't get that concept, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, hold on. We on wrestling tonight.
in her own body. And so much success would she end up finding in these fitness competitions that, at one point, she would take part in the Arnold Classic, putting
Vince, I ain't know this. Now this I did not know. Look at
I'm glad you stopped it right there, bro.
this is it. Vince loved her. Vince loved her.
I ain't know she was looking like that.
That's why that explains it. That explains why she struggled believing she wasn't fat. She was trying to be real thin and muscle. She was trying.
Yep. Yeah, for that you gotta live. It's gonna be an all classic. You gotta hit the weights.
Hell yeah, you gotta be like, and looking at her in that photo right there, bro. If she showed up to wrestling looking like that, she'd be a whole different character.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
on an impressive showing there, all while elsewhere, she was getting a master's degree in medical dietetics at the University of Akron. Still, despite all the success she was having, there had always been one ambition she'd quietly harbored throughout her childhood. One that, now that she was in top physical shape, Alexis felt comfortable pursuing as, upon graduating, she would decide to attend a WWE tryout in May of 2013. And so impressed were WWE officials with what they saw from her there that, despite having no prior wrestling training, they would sign her up to a developmental contract at this point, sending her over to NXT from there, where she could learn the ways of the ring in the WWE Performance Center. Only 2 months after that, and she would be thrown right into the deep end when she made her first televised appearance on the Black and Yellow brand, congratulating the inaugural NXT Women's Champion Paige at this time. But that would be a one-off cameo. She clearly wasn't ready to hit the ring, so from there, she would continue to work on developing both her in-ring skills and her gimmick, the earliest incarnation of which would see her portray a Tinkerbell-like fairy character, one heavily based on her love of Disney.
Yo, I remember that character, y'all. I was watching NXT back in these days, yo. I remember that bum-ass character, yo.
I
I
never knew
remember
that
that.
was her.
That was
I
right
saw
before.
that character. I didn't know that was her. I want to watch NXT like
Yeah,
that, like I did later on, but I never knew that was her at first. And I thought it looked stupid too. I was like, what kind of
yeah.
character is this? I'm gonna get over.
She was
I
doing
didn't
double
see it.
duty too. She was also a Rosebud at this time. She was doing double duty for the main roster
I
also as
did
well.
see that. I did see that. But like when NXT wasn't on television, I didn't see it as much. I started watching it later. You know what I mean? I think I checked in around about the time when Sami Zayn was the champion. But yeah, I missed all that FCW stuff and the beginnings of NXT. I really ain't familiar with a lot of them people because,
Yeah.
like I say, I didn't really see it when it wasn't on television.
Yeah, that was when it was on Tuesday night on it was on the
Reality.
network though. It was on
That
right
Yeah,
after 205 live right after
yeah, man.
205.
It used to be 1 hour. It wasn't 2
Yep.
hours. It used to be 1 hour.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
so I
while she
missed
was
that.
working on this, she would continue to get cameo appearances on screen too, so as to get audiences introduced to her, with the next one being her role as a ring announcer on the November 20th episode of NXT. After that then, she, alongside Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, would also appear as part of Triple H's elaborate entrance at WrestleMania 30. That said, none of these would really allow her a chance to shine and show what she had learned. No, this wouldn't come until the May 8th, 2014 edition of the developmental brand, when she finally made her in-ring debut, now going by the name of Alexa Bliss, as she formally introduced audiences then to her fairy gimmick, one complete with cheerleader's uniform and glitter, which she would blow all over the ringside
That's
area
it.
as part of her entrance.
Sorry. This is the gimmick that I remember. Well, it's similar, but I remember that dumb blow the glitter joint. Oh man, trash.
Yeah, I ain't see this.
That was trash. That was when Bailey and Sasha was doing it up.
And while this was something to get her started, it would be a lie to call the gimmick a success, with the whole thing ultimately being a little too generic to let Bliss show her personality and get over with the fans. Still, she would work with it for the time being, picking up victories over the likes of Alicia Fox, and even getting to share the ring with future legends like Charlotte Flair and Bayley in her early days.
Yo, all right, let's talk about it. Because hindsight 2020, this girl used to get bullied in the locker room because she was said to be the one that wanted to be in the limelight and the one that wanted to be all in Hollywood. Look at Mercedes Monet, bro.
Yeah,
Look at her.
sure.
She's the
She
one
was
that said that this girl right here wanted to do what she's actually doing right now, yo. Ain't that crazy? The pot
yeah,
calling the
because she didn't
kettle.
want to steal a spotlight. She want to steal a spotlight.
Yeah, they hated on her because she ain't come from the indies and that wrestling background. You know what I mean? She came from
Right,
other things, and they usually give bitches a hard time that ain't grind on the indies and shit.
right.
Yeah, that's true. They did the same to Trish Stratus. She ain't come
Yeah.
from Indies either. She was a
Yeah,
fitness trainer. Yeah, she was saying yeah. She was just like she was just, that's what she doing now. It's just
Yeah.
Trish didn't she it was whatever. Trish didn't whine about it.
yeah. Trish proved everybody wrong and shit, so everybody kissed Trish ass.
True indeed.
And it was also around this time that her personal life would hit a high point too, when she began dating fellow NXT trainee Buddy Murphy, with the two remaining an item throughout their developmental careers and well into their time on the main roster from there. Sadly though, towards the end of 2014, an injury would have taken the Ohio girl out of action for a few months, this stalling her progress.
Look like mommy wasn't on top all the time. Mommy
No,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
sir.
went
always
from
on top.
he went from Alexa to Rhea. That's two different type of women, but
That's a
each his own.
fact.
Each his
That's a
own.
fact.
Nigga, Buddy
But
getting his shine on though. You go from Alexa, then Rhea, that show like nigga, yeah, you can definitely pull them goddamn it in the arena.
Yes, sir.
But also having the silver lining of allowing her to recalibrate and think what was working and what wasn't working for her character. That was why, when she returned on the March 11th, 2015 episode of NXT, there would have been some alterations so as to have dropped the fairy gimmick, with her now acting as something of a bratty heel and aligning herself with Murphy and his tag partner Wesley Blake.
There you go. You see how people can't even work together professionally without humping on each other? But that's a whole nother channel.
Yeah, that's
And
wild,
from
bro.
there,
Every
with
time.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
fans now finally able to latch onto something with her, Alexa quickly found success as she played the dual role of helping Murphy and Blake to hold on to their tag team titles, all while rising up the singles ranks of the women's division on her own merits too, having a notable feud with Carmella around this time, and even getting to pick up a count-out victory over the, at the time, NXT Women's Champion Sasha Banks. In fact, come October of 2015, the rookie would get to have a full-blown program over the women's title, with this seeing her go up against the then-champion Bayley on a number of occasions between that point and November.
Now I'm noticing something, y'all. I'm noticing that all of the look like all of the women from NXT, other than Sasha, not even Becky, Bailey, and Charlotte, were all them women were thrown in rosebuds. All them women was rosebuds. So it's like they didn't have no plans for them, but they knew they had plans for Bailey, Sasha, and Charlotte, because those are the only three that wasn't rosebuds. Peep game. Everybody else, when this batch of NXTs left and went on up to the main roster, everybody else other than Sasha, Bailey, and Charlotte got thrown into the rosebuds because Carmella went to the rosebuds, Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Tessa Blanchard, all the women that they have no plans for at the time. Scarlett Bordeaux, all those women.
that's weird. Yeah, because that was after Paige and that was called up. Paige was gone, and it was that batch. Yeah, that's true. And I
Yeah,
noticed
that's
too,
crazy.
what you say too, another thing too, good Brett, if you think about it, them girls that were rosebuds, during that time frame until they got called up, who were all NXT Women's Champion? Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Bailey. The next champion was
Absolutely.
Asuka. Asuka was the next champion after Bailey. They were
Right.
all, neither one of them held the belt. That's why they called them up, because they were all NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah. And with them other girls, they put them as rosebuds because, like you said, they ain't know what to do with them, but they know they wanted to get them some TV time. You know, they was attractive, hot women. They needed to put them on television. So they're like, shit, y'all can just come to the ring with this guy, party, be a rosebud. It'll get you noticed. Nobody really paid attention to who was being the rosebuds and shit. You know
That's
what I
a
mean? You
fact.
gotta go
Yeah,
back and look because Braun Strowman was a fucking rosebud.
Yep.
yeah, I didn't
Yep.
know. I
Man,
didn't know that. I didn't
Elias.
know
Elias.
Elias. I
Elias
didn't
Elias,
know
said it.
man.
Elias won.
It was just
Shit, I
ways to
think.
get them people on television, you know what I mean? But you didn't even notice them, like, you know, you just seen a bunch of cats partying with Adam Rose on the way to the ring and shit.
Facts. Uncle Jackie, Sports and Variety Network in the building. Salute, Uncle Jackie.
Oh, don't forget Selena Vega was one too. Selena
Selena
Vega.
Vega.
Yep,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ruby
Yes.
Riott. And Ruby
Yes.
Riott.
And Ruby Riott. And
Yep.
Ruby. All of them women, like,
Mhm. That's a lot. But I
that's a
think that was
lot.
the beginning of the women's revolution. They was gonna do what they're doing now. It was the beginning stages. They want to. I think they want to uh, take it take it slow and just only push a few women that they knew were solid, like Bailey, Charlotte, and Sasha. I think that's why they did it like that. Like, hey, we don't know what's women's revolution going. To be on the safe side, if things do fall, we got these three girls right here.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And
Sadly,
they got
though,
a bunch
this
of
would all
chicks.
climax with her losing
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Nah, I was just saying now they got a bunch of females in the chamber now, so they ain't even got to do that. They got so many now, you know.
Yeah, they got to hold off now. Now they got to hold off like she ain't ready yet. Nah. Even
Yeah.
if she ready, they gotta find something for her, which is good.
to the Hugger on the November 18th episode of NXT after William Regal had barred Murphy and Blake from ringside, thus stopping them from being able to interfere in the match. Still, Alexa wouldn't let this loss keep her down for long, as come January of 2016, she would have thrown herself right back into the mix, entering herself into a battle royal to determine the new number one contender to the title. But unfortunately, she would end up losing that match too. And, to make matters worse, soon after this, she, Wesley Blake, and Buddy Murphy would all undergo an on-screen split. And while this may have seemed like a strange decision at the time given the popularity of the act, there was a method to the madness as, unbeknownst to Bliss herself, main roster officials had been keeping a close eye on her progress, and, liking what they were seeing, they decided it was time to call her up to the main roster.
That is bullshit. Cause that is bull. That, like I said, they wanted to do an overhaul of the NXT roster and give Triple H all power and authority to go full on with the new batch of women, which was Shayna Baszler, Nikki Cross, Asuka. You know what I mean? That batch, the Amber Moons. They had to clear these horsewomen out of there, and along with them other little spare parts.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro.
Yeah, it
That was
definitely
how, on
do.
July 19th, 2016, the NXT rookie would get the surprise of a lifetime when she found out, along with the rest of the world, that she would be the newest member of the SmackDown brand, with her making her on-screen debut there just 7 days later, now sporting a slightly updated character that saw her further build upon her bratty mean girl ways by taking inspiration from comic book character Harley Quinn and adding a calculating, unhinged element to this. And that was something she would further emphasize as the weeks and months went on through her frequent use of cosplay, something she had long been a fan of in real life, with her often incorporating the likes of Harley Quinn and others she was a fan of into her ring gear going forward. But perhaps more so than her look or her in-ring work at this point, what really became apparent about Alexa during those early days was that, when given a microphone, she was a natural at cutting promos, arguably the best on the entire women's roster at that point, in fact. And given how much of a fan Vince McMahon has always been of people who can cut great promos and build an exciting character, It should come as no surprise that he quickly fell in love with the Ohio native. From there, rocketing her up the card as, on the October 9th episode of SmackDown, less than a month after her debut, she would pick up a major victory over Becky Lynch, with her following this up by continuing to feud with the Irish woman as she established herself as the division.
Yeah, she beat the man.
She
The
just
man.
kicking Becky ass.
Yeah, that's the man. The man. The
No, that
man.
was the last kicker that back then. That was the
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
that
she,
was
kicker.
the last kicker. She
That
won't
wasn't the
quite
man.
the
That
people
wasn't the
she
man
is
back
now.
then.
Yeah, that's the last kicker.
man, listen, she put in that work though. This is why she kind of she do it. She do it because Becky took a lot of L's, boy.
Yeah, they ain't never pegged Becky to be in that. Like, she won't in that horsewomen group or nothing, was she?
They put her in there because of the class, but they
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah.
because
treat her like it. They didn't treat her
She
like
was
she was a
the back
horsewoman.
end. She was the last one thought of.
Yeah,
she
She was
was
always
like
like
the
on
last
the,
one.
like like TBK said, she had to go back down to NXT to get that accomplishment. She
Hmm
didn't win that NXT title when they all
Yeah,
no.
got caught up.
yeah. They didn't think Becky. Well, actually, we need to thank Nia Jax. That's the reason her career got where it's at.
That's a fact.
We
Nia.
need to thank Nia Jax for hitting her by boxing it.
When she broke her nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how she got popular.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
remember, she was in that feud with Charlotte, and we didn't want to see Charlotte be no good guy. They were trying to turn Becky a bad guy. Remember, they turned
Yeah, that
Becky a
didn't
bad
work.
guy,
Bad guy didn't
and
work.
we
Failed.
cheered for her. We cheered for her, like, yay, we wanted to see her whip Charlotte ass. So that shit blew up in their face. Then
no,
the whole
yeah.
Nia shit simultaneously happened. They had no choice but to push Becky as a good girl.
But she had
Hmm
another little heel run. Remember, Big Time Bex, when she came back off
That was
had a
trash.
baby and
That
shit.
was. I did not like that. When them
You
Yeah,
slick
ain't
no,
like
back.
Big
yeah,
Time
yeah.
Bex,
No,
man.
no, no, no.
No.
You saw her
With them
body, bro. She
glasses.
looked it bad. She looked like
Yeah, she looked weird.
if you would push her, you was gonna knock her over. Like
Yeah,
her
she was
outfits
super
wasn't
skinny,
fitting.
man. Super
Yeah,
skinny.
she was super done.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
like
think
that.
she went too hard in the gym after that baby weight, trying to get back to, back to fighting shape. Goddamn it, she overdid it.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yep.
But yeah, I think this Irish lash kicker is her best gimmick, but the timing
That was
wasn't.
bad.
You know what I mean? It was just bad. I don't
Hmm
like that. I'm that man gimmick. That man gimmick. She be trying hard. She'll try
Yeah, I
hard with
don't
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Man, I actually like the Big Time Bex. I'm surprised y'all didn't like it.
It was boring. I
Yeah, I
mean,
thought I'd like the heel. She be talking that shit.
nah,
Yeah.
she.
She got that accent too. That shit just sounds funny to me, boy.
Yeah, the accent is funny though. It
That's
do.
just funny, yeah. Yeah, the big time backs I didn't like because the name, the glasses, the character. It was an annoying character. It didn't really do nothing. It was kind of a dry character. At least that's
Yeah,
how I saw
it was like a fucking female of her husband, basically. She was trying to do the same shit he be doing. But I
No,
did like the
dressing all
promos.
loud.
The promos was the shit for me. Like to hear her cut promos and talk shit with that accent, it popped me every time.
She did her job. He said, "Shit, if she got talk, you did your job, man."
it.
Yeah.
Jin's top heel. And when, over the course of this program, Lynch would become the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion, Alexa wouldn't be content to play her second fiddle for long. No, she would quickly make it her aim to take the title away from her, in fact, something she was ultimately able to do at December 4th's Tables, Ladders, and
She
Chairs
did that
pay-per-view
again.
when she defeated the champ in a tables match. Yes, it was clear by now that, even at this early stage in the game, WWE saw their new SmackDown Women's Champion as a superstar. And with her already masterful mic work and fully fleshed out character, it was hard to argue with this assessment. And if there was any doubt about her ability to keep up with the schedule of a fighting champion in the ring going forward, this would quickly be proven wrong when she had numerous successful defenses heading into 2017. At one point, even managing to defeat her arch-rival Becky Lynch once again in a steel cage match on the January 17th episode of SmackDown, after she'd introduced her new backup, Mickie James. Yes, as if she wasn't already a dominating enough presence, Alexa now became completely unstoppable with James by her side. That said, for as tight-knit a unit as they initially appeared to be, it soon became apparent that
And this is facts. Normally, an old veteran puts the younger person over. You know what I mean? Alexa got this new Mickey James chick back into the game, bro. Alexa put this chick over. She made her hot again. Am I bugging y'all?
Nah.
Yeah, yeah, because Mickey was feuding with her first. Then she aligned herself with her, but that's when Mickey was looked at again.
No,
So
no,
yeah,
no, no, no. That's not how it went. She brought
she was
Mickey in
feuding
like
with her.
how they did right there, and then they started feuding against each
Okay,
other.
then they
But
feud
she,
after. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
but she brought her
All
in, and then she just started slapping her around and shit, like how Chad was doing Otis.
right. Okay, I see.
You
I thought it was
started
something
slapping
about.
Mickey around?
Yeah,
That's right. I forgot. She feud with her
yeah.
later. She feud with her later. I thought it was before because she couldn't beat her. Then she joined her. I got you.
Nikki wanted the top spot for her own too, and eventually, things would turn sour between them
See?
and they would split, with this ending up
It
being a
was so
precursor
it was Mickey that turned on her.
Oh, okay.
to the
That
champ
makes
losing
sense.
her gold to Naomi at WrestleMania 33. Still, this wasn't the end of the world because by April, the former fitness model would have found new worlds to conquer when she was moved over to Raw during the 2017 draft, with her there quickly setting her sights on the top dog on the red brand, the, at the time, Raw Women's Champion, Bayley. And not only did this represent a great opportunity for Bliss to do what she could never do on NXT then, it also gave her the chance to make history by becoming the first woman to hold both brands' world titles. So,
You
with
want
this
to?
goal driving her forward, she would win a fatal four-way match on the April 17th episode of Raw to become the #1 contender for the Huggers Gold, with the two from there setting their showdown for April 30th's Payback pay-per-view. And at Payback, Alexa would end up doing exactly what she told everyone she was going to when she pinned the champ to take home the belt for herself, this fully establishing her as the most dominating force in the women's division at that time. After that, and she would have a rematch with Bayley that saw the two face off in a kendo stick on a pole match a month later, with the Ohio girl winning this one again and proving to be so good in her role that the Hugger even got more than a few boos throughout the build-up. So, having definitively defeated one of the horsewomen then, Bliss next set her sights on another member of the stable, that being Sasha Banks, as the two began a feud heading into that year's SummerSlam. But what made this one all the more interesting was that, at the time, there was rumored real-life heat between the two, something which had allegedly begun during their days on NXT and had subsequently reached public attention after they'd started throwing some passive-aggressive tweets back and forth during the build-up to their match. And while this certainly brought an extra level of interest to the match, when it did finally get in the ring, things remained professional, as the two worked together to have a good showing on August 20th at the Big Summer Show, with Alexa ultimately losing the title here after tapping out to Banks' finisher, the bank statement.
Lock in the current price of NFL Sunday Ticket before August 14th.
That got
Watch every game,
favoritism
every
written all
Sunday.
over it.
As well.
What y'all think? That one had favoritism written all over it.
Yeah. Thing about Alexa, I never was a fan of her title runs. The best feud she had was what with Nia. That was entertaining. She won a great champion. I mean, I even looked back at her runs. There was none memorable of her runs except for a very few because she was a five-time champion. She rated, and we can say it's booking. I just don't. She's not. When we talk about women's champions, I hear Charlotte, I hear Becky, I hear Bailey. I never hear Alexa's name in that list. Les was not even. She won a title on the time. She really didn't do nothing with that belt. People like her because of her look. It wasn't
Right.
because she was wrestling. She
Yeah.
was just. It's her look. She
Right.
never was a great dominating champion. Oh, Alexa Bliss one of the best women's champions. That I never heard that. You don't hear that too much. She's one of the most dominant women's champions. She's the greatest. No, no one ever talks about her. Even now, they don't talk about her. I hear Trish. I hear Lita. Like I said, the Charlotte, Becky, Bailey, Bianca's name I hear now. I don't really hear Alexa's name. Alexa, I will say this. I ain't trying to crap on Alexa. Alexa, you came in at a good time. We can say this. The women's roster ain't like it is now. Had it been like it is right now back then, I don't think you would have won about that many times. You would have won it once or twice. You went to the side. I mean, to be perfectly honest, Liv Morgan is way more entertaining champion than Alexa Bliss ever been. And that's crazy. Liv only won it twice. You won it 5. And Liv's a way more entertaining champion is because that's what they compare her to as far as looks and character. She's way more entertaining. Alexa's boring. You kind of boring, kind of vanilla. You just a look. Liv is a look too, but she's a better character overall. Way better character.
Yeah,
And Liv
Liv
better too.
starting to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah, Liv is better than Alexa. Alexa was at the right place at the right time. You got there, but let's be honest, she was there before Becky was the man. Charlotte and Sasha were the only ones they were pushing. Bailey was not the role model. They kind of went with you because there was nobody else. You had your opportunity. That's why she won the belt to me. Because I looked, I said she won the belt because there was nobody else. Nobody else was bigger. The rosters was not like it is now. That's why you won the belt so much. You're really
Yeah,
not a that
I
great
agree with
champion.
everything you saying, but when you compare her to like Liv Morgan, I think you bugging, son. She's way
No, I
better
said
than Liv
character.
Morgan.
I said she's more entertaining. I didn't say, oh, she's better than. I'm talking about
Yeah,
character.
I more
You know what I
compare
mean?
her to like Trish Stratus. Like when I first saw Alexa Bliss, that's the first person I thought of because it was like I could tell that she was a Vince McMahon thing. Like Vince probably
Yeah, yeah.
he thought she was hot. You know what I mean? He like, yeah, I'm about to put my belt on her a bunch of times. Goddamn,
Yep.
she gonna
Yep.
Well, the
she
re
gonna bring eyes to this product and things of that nature.
Yeah, she don't
yeah,
have
the reason
no.
why
She don't have no. I like when you say she don't have no memorable runs. She don't have no.
yeah,
Her
her
runs
runs
is
was
not
trash.
memorable. That's true. But
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's gonna be the same thing with Liv Morgan. Liv is living off of this whole Dominique Judgment Day
that's why I
storyline.
said the
It's not.
character.
You
That's
know
why I
what I
said the
mean?
character is way more entertaining. That's why I always say she's way more entertaining as a character. We're gonna remember this whole Liv, Rhea, and Dom. We're not gonna forget about that. That thing is making weight. I mean, she's Liv Morgan is the number one top merchandise seller for women's. Has Alexa Bliss ever accomplished that? No. That's what I'm saying. She's a better,
Wait
way
a
the better
minute though, you
champion.
wildin', bro. Alexa, you gotta check the stats, man. I think
No, she was
you
never
just
number one.
bombing on Alexa right now. I think because Alexa, she had them when she was in that Firefly Funhouse joint. She didn't have no merch. She have no merch selling.
Yeah, that
Not
Lily
number
doll was
one.
a tough.
I mean, I think she's
Not
still
number
selling that
one.
doll right now. That
Yeah,
doll,
that
she's still
Lily
selling.
doll
I
was
don't
a
think
tough
she was
seller.
number one though, because that's when Becky was number one. That's what I'm saying. She wasn't the top seller. I didn't say she didn't sell. I'm saying she was never number one. Liv is number one. She isn't. That's what I'm saying. Liv is a more entertaining character. And yeah, I am crapping on Les because he's overrated. You damn right I am. She's overrated. I think she
Yeah,
is.
that's
But you
wild
comparing
about
her
that
to
too.
another overrated. You comparing her to another overrated wrestler though. That's the only thing I'm saying.
You
Like
talking
if
about
you was
Liv?
gonna if you was gonna take another wrestler that with a good run, like all right, I get what you saying, but Liv not the one. Like she not the
Well,
one. Not
the reason
Liv.
I said that, did you say that all Leicester fans went to live? That's why I'm comparing it. Didn't you
That's a
say
fact.
all those fans went over? Yeah, that's why I
That's
compared it.
a fact, though. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
that's what the
But
fans
but
like.
that's
You said,
comparing her to herself. Then it's like if you comparing Alexa Bliss to her very own self. So you can't say you like Alexa, but you don't like Alexa. You get what I'm saying?
I like Alexa to look, but I'm saying as far as character and memorable feuds, as far as entertaining me on TV, I didn't see that unless like I see with Liv. Now I
As
know
soon
booking
as
and all, huh?
as soon as
It's it.
Alexa come back, Liv ain't gonna have an audience. She not gonna have a
The
fan
only
base.
thing now, the thing I did like about Alexa
Man,
was the Firefly character. I did like that, but she was never women. Yeah, I like that character. Yes, I like that more than anything. But Thing about it
Yeah.
is, I mean, if I don't compare it to Liv, it's gonna be worse comparison. Bailey, no
That's
comparison. It's gonna be worse if I compare it. You want me to go to Bailey? You
it's
want
true
me to go
though.
to Bailey? Oh, it's gonna be worse. I'm gonna really cry. You said I'm getting on Lexa now. It's gonna be way worse. I'm being polite with Liv. I said, let me not even go that
Y'all
far.
like I say, man. When Alexa come back, yeah, Liv is done. But it's gonna be really before then, man. When Rhea take that title off, Shorty, she going back to where she was at before, man.
And
There's
that's
But
not
nothing
good.
pretty
And
good on the roster.
she
again,
better live it up. She better live it
well,
up.
thing about it is, I didn't like the whole Mercedes when they getting on her. That wasn't cool. Now that I didn't like, and I see that Mercedes doing the same thing with Britt Baker. You know, like nobody that's doing what you're trying to do. Anybody that's going in your similar path, you got a problem with
Bingo.
them. I mean,
Bingo.
come on. Yeah, she got heat with Britt Baker too. Because
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Britt Baker doing the same thing you're doing. So I don't like that about Mercedes, but
a lot of
um,
people got heat with Brett too, though. Brett be on some shit in the
Yeah,
AEW
she be
women
bugging
she
title.
do,
words. She
she
got beef
do.
for MJF too. She got smoke with MJF. She be wildin'.
Yeah, she
She
letting
told
that.
somebody to get the fuck out her locker room the other day. I don't think it was Mercedes. It was somebody though.
Yo, I'm gonna
That
tell
was
you, she a
Mariah
huge
May said
reason
that
why
shit.
Brandy and Cody didn't mind bouncing. Like, she a huge reason why
Yeah,
Brandy did not try to talk Cody out of leaving, bro. Like, they was ready to go
yeah, that's
with that
messed up,
women's
man.
division. Her and Kenny Omega, Britt Baker and Kenny Omega in that women's division. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
who
crazy.
running the women's division over there now, but
I
Kenny
heard Dustin
Omega,
Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes is playing a hand in that. I told you that before. Dustin Rhodes, he about to
Yeah,
close that.
yeah. They said Dustin was like. I know they said he was like the lead trainer for the women, but I don't know if he.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
heard
got
he
a
yo,
he
having.
got a hand in that women's division.
Yeah, he got a hand in that. I read about that. That was a month ago. I said
okay.
Dustin Rhodes over women's. I said, oh, I didn't know that. I said, oh, okay. So he's over there because Omega's out, but yeah, we talk about the men's egos, the women's just as bad, if not worse. Yeah, Britt Baker, Mercedes, but Alexa, I do like the Twisted Bliss. I do like that finisher. I ain't gonna lie, I like the
Yeah, I
Twisted
do
Bliss.
too. Yeah, I like it a
That's
lot, man.
I love the way she hits it so fast and quick. Um, I would love to see what she's gonna do whenever she do come back. If she be on the SmackDown brand, when she do it's like you said, stock Tiffany Stratton cashing in. I think that's gonna be very entertaining. And I think we'll get a fresh fresh Alexa Bliss.
Facts. And we get a new feud. We get some new
Yeah.
feuds right there. A new angle.
Yeah, I
All
would
right,
love to
let's
see
get
it.
back to this.
Okay.
With all Sasha Banks' title reigns at this time, though, this would end up being a fleeting run, and the once again Raw Women's Champion would go on a string of successful defenses throughout the remainder of the year that saw her defeat the likes of Emma, Bayley, and Mickie James. And as if that wasn't enough, come the dawn of 2018, the victories would continue to pile up for her, with Bliss winning the inaugural Women's Elimination Chamber match on February 25th of that
Yo,
year
she
so
got
as to
actors.
further
She
cement
got,
herself as the top
bro. You
dog in
don't
the division.
remember this run right here, KDH? You don't remember that run right there?
Is that the one where she beef with Nia Jax right before that?
I think it's
That's what she
I
had.
think it's coming up. The beef with her
I
and
said
Nia
she had
Jack is
one
coming
good
up.
run. She had one or two good runs because she won it 5 times. I'm saying
Yeah,
that's probably the only one. That's where I'll give her that
cause
because she was.
they flip flopped the women's title, right?
I
Cause
couldn't
like
stand that. I couldn't stand that.
Sasha career shit look just like that.
Yeah,
Solid
I
shit
could.
too.
Yeah, all of them, and I didn't like that either. I'm like, really, this what we doing? We already see this enough with the men's. Now the
Right.
women's flipping it.
That's why
You
I'm
kind
like,
of
yo, who is we comparing these women to? Like, which one of them got the dope joint, like the joint that's not stat padded and shit? Because they all stat padded. Like, that's the thing
yeah.
I hate, and it's criminal for the women. Like, they got the
Well,
talent, but the booking
yeah,
be bugged.
it's the
Man,
stat
you
pattern.
talking about pad and stats, nigga. That's Charlotte all day. Like, how this bitch is 15, 14-time champion?
And Becky. Now Becky doing it too.
I can't
Becky,
remember none of them. You can't, and that's sad. Out of the 14, you can't remember none. Like,
no.
you know what I
But
mean? Like,
But
you
I
know,
do
you can
remember.
remember the Warrior. You can remember when Warrior
Yeah,
won his titles. You can remember Macho Man's title runs.
yes.
You can remember Hogan's title runs. But how
I
the
will.
hell?
Well, one run I do remember. I remember Bailey, the role model, when she was the champ around Pandemic. That was an epic run. Rhea
Okay,
Ripley's this past run. Those two runs I remember. I don't remember none of this other stuff because it was just poor booking.
that's
All
a
this
Yeah,
shit
stuff
I
got
fact.
ain't,
out.
I ain't know
That's
she
a
had
fact.
it 5 times till y'all said it. I thought she just had it for a real
Nah,
long time. You know what I'm
she had a lot.
saying?
She had
5 times?
to.
Did
Yeah,
not know that.
yeah. 'Cause she didn't do nothing with them runs.
Mm.
She did some, and this was the very end of her title run. She didn't. I think this right before they didn't put the belt on her no more. Then she started to do something with the belt. She wasn't doing nothing before that. Les was not doing nothing for it because they had to win the Money Bank contract, all this stuff. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, she got all the accolades.
Yeah, she
yeah,
got mad accolades, boy. Don't she got
yeah.
a trophy? Didn't she win a trophy 1 year too?
What trophy for what? I mean,
She
you
won,
don't
she
get
didn't
no.
win a battle royal.
Maybe she did. I know she didn't win a Royal Rumble or a She won a Money in the Bank. But she never won a Royal Rumble. I don't know what
Nah.
trophy she won.
She
Maybe
might
a
have won a
Slammy.
Slammy award. Yeah, maybe
Slammy
she won a
probably.
Slammy. She might have
Yeah, I
won a
see her doing
Slammy
that.
and came to the
Okay.
ring with her Slammy or some shit.
Okay. Knew she had some
But
old, I knew she had some type of prop.
yeah, she did. But it's just I didn't like you said, they was doing stat padding. Charlotte with 14 times, which I hope they don't. They're not gonna do that this time around. Like I said, that was a Vince booking. They're not be doing that with you now. You get too many women in line, too many women on the roster.
Man, that shit is ridiculous. Just look at Ric Flair, right? He won 14, 15, 16 titles over
16.
like a 30 something year career type of shit.
Yeah,
Over a span of a career. This chick won 14 titles in like 5, 6 years or some shit.
yeah. And then, like you said, no memorable runs. You didn't even do nothing. You had the belt back and forth with Sasha, and then you were winning, and then she get the Money in the Bank contract cashed in on her. I'm like, that's a stat pattern thing. You just had to have it. Nobody remembers your title run.
Yeah. Yeah, your most memorable win is a title defense when you took Oscar Street. That's the only
That's it.
rematch I can remember. Honestly, Charlotte.
And
That's the
then,
only
and
match in
when they
Charlotte worth something.
in our little match with her, Becky, and Sasha at WrestleMania,
I
you know,
remember
they
that
brought
one
out the
too.
belt, that
Yep.
brand new belt. Lita had introduced the belt. That's when the Divas belt was gone because she was the last Divas champion. So that's the only thing I remember. I remember she won that match, and Ric Flair I think was cheating in that match. Didn't he cheat? He
Yeah,
helped Charlotte win that match.
he
He
held
cheated.
I think he
I said,
held Becky. He
yeah,
held
he was holding
Becky.
somebody's leg. I
Yeah,
said,
he held
there's no
Becky.
man. She helped you win that belt. He
Oh
helped you
yeah,
win it.
yeah. He held some feet down while she had her cover or some shit
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Yeah,
outside.
He held Becky while she pinned
yeah,
Sasha.
because he was out there. Ric Flair was out there. I said,
Yeah, he was at
dude.
ringside.
Yeah,
He
so
he
because
was
that's
like
when,
her manager at first.
yes, in the very beginning. And then she cut the promo saying, I'm dumping you, whatever. I guess WWE
Yeah,
was done with her.
Yeah,
that was
that was
Becky that he
fucked up.
held. That was Becky. That was Becky. I remember that was the start of Becky getting hot. That was that whole start of the Becky Sasha, and then we turned Sasha. We tried to turn Becky heel. Remember, because Ric Flair and Becky got into something, and
Over
that's
the
when
man. It was
yeah
over the
yeah.
man thing. The man thing.
Yeah, over that demand shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's when her and Charlotte started having problems.
Yeah, real life problem.
Hmm They cool now for what I've heard.
Yeah,
Yep.
they patched it up. They patched it up.
Yeah. That's because Ric Flair apologized. He apologized to Becky and Seth. The Seth won't talk Ric Flair either. He said over Ric Flair. I mean, Ric Flair said over Seth. Seth ignored him.
Oh damn.
Hmm
Yeah, you know he got to ride with his wife, man. He said, like, "You
Exactly.
disrespect my lady, I can't fuck with you."
A division that included several other heavyweights by this point. Ultimately, though, her reign would have to come to an end eventually, And this would happen at WrestleMania 34, when she faced off against her former friend and now heated foe Nia Jax, with the overwhelming size and strength of the challenger just being too much for the heel champ to overcome on that night. But it wasn't like this loss would bump her out of relevancy, because still high on her as a performer, WWE made sure to feature the Ohio girl in plenty of other ways around this time, with one of the most memorable of these being her inclusion in that year's Mixed Match Challenge, where she would form Team Little Big with Braun Strowman, the whole thing being a play off the size discrepancies between the 6'6" Strowman and the 5'0" Bliss. And given the more lighthearted nature of the Mixed Match Challenge, much of which was aired on WWE's social media accounts, the two would even get to playfully tease a romance with each other, something which wouldn't really continue over to TV, but gave fans something to tune in for at the time anyway. Come the summer of 2018, though, the Ohio girl had decided that she wanted to return to the title picture, and so it was then that she would enter herself in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match at that June's titular pay-per-view. And on that night, once again proving that she was one of the top acts in the division, Alexa would even go on to pick up the win, with her ultimately choosing to cash in her contract later that night, pinning the then-champion Nia Jax to take home the belt once more.
And see, that right there, that part right there is why she's going to return and do Nia a favor, because she knows she did Nia dirty. She did Nia dirty just like how Tiffany Stratton is planning on doing Nia dirty. So what better way to bring Alexa Bliss back by stopping and blocking Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton music hit. She run down, thinks she got Nia Jax compromised, and then we hear doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo,
Yeah, man.
That'll
doo-doo.
be dope.
It's
Yeah,
Now,
that's
gonna
a
be
hell of a
crazy.
booking, man. Yeah, you be booking like a motherfucker, man. But yeah, that's a hell of a booking. Like if Shorty come running down there with her briefcase and she get up on the apron and be like trying to hand the joint to the ref, and then all of a sudden that Alexa Bliss music hit and everybody pop and she turn around with this surprised look like, oh shit, what I mean? Then Shorty run down there and they get into it, and yeah, like you say, she blocked the cash in, and then that
Right.
kind of take her out of the picture because now she focus on her in the feud, and that take them out of the title picture for now or whatever.
yeah, that'll be
Facts. And Nia could go on and either she gonna win, either she already won the match, or she could go on to win the match and then reunite with Alexa, her and Alexa hug. Everybody everybody go home with a smile because Alexa come back, so she getting cheered. Now, man, listen, we gonna have ourselves a ball. What event? What event? We can't do this at the Berlin. We got to do this over here. We can't do this at the Bash.
I'm interested too, good bread. What's name's coming back too? We gotta keep an eye on Raquel Rodriguez. I'm trying to see how they gonna figure her
Oh
in.
yeah,
She will be on the Raw side, not SmackDown. She gonna make an appearance too, cause she's good now. I know she had that that skin disease, mast
yeah.
cells disease. Yeah, she
Yeah,
another one I'm thinking about.
she got Rhea and them to contain too though. So
Yeah,
she
she
over
big
there
old
and that.
Rhea. I
Yeah.
Well,
think she
she
gonna.
won't. She won't never in the title picture though. When she left, they was trying to include her and shit, but it
Yeah,
seemed
they
like
was.
they still ain't really had no direction for her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she set
but she.
herself back. She set herself back with
Yeah,
that viral shit because they gonna take it slow with her. They ain't gonna just they gonna take it slow.
But they got to, from what I understand, ain't no cure for it, so she gonna be dealing with it.
The money
yeah,
match was her and Rhea though. Definitely her and
yeah.
Rhea for
I
that
love
title.
that.
Yeah, her and
But
Rhea would have been crazy. They still can do it, but it probably won't be what it could have been.
facts. Facts. But definitely though, back to the Alexa booking. Now you have Alexa and Tiffany fighting over who could be the bestie of Nia Jax. It's no better way to book a queen. Because at the end of the day, she is not only the queen, she's the world's women's champion now. So that's
Yeah,
how I book it.
that's perfect because, like you said, Alexa is she in her first run, and Nia. What if Nia is has to be like, hey, you in my first run? I'm asking on dealing with you.
Yeah, but now that she saved her ass today, in the present, that's like all that's in the past is in the past. And then you could still book the betrayal you could still book the betrayal. You know what I mean? Alexa could fuck around and betray what's her name? Like
Yeah.
right, you know what I
What's
Yeah,
mean?
that trick she used
but
to
what you
do?
do with the briefcase though? What you do with that?
Oh
Like
that
if you gonna have
It's a
the
you
fail.
gonna have them
briefcase.
two in the feud, and then she's still hanging on to the briefcase.
No, no, no. I will have them remember because the idea is to ruin the cash in for this year. They didn't book the title changes this year or for cash ins. They booked the feuds already. Like you know
Okay,
what I mean?
you saying like she gonna actually cash it in, and then Shorty gonna come down. I mean, what you
Yeah, yeah,
saying gonna
yeah.
happen?
I'm saying like she gonna come
It's just
down,
like Drew
give the
McIntyre.
referee
Just
get a
like Drew
referee the
McIntyre and
briefcase.
CM Punk.
Yeah,
It's just
she
like
gonna
CM Punk.
bring. He gonna
Yeah.
ring the bell. They gonna ring the bell. You know what I mean? She gonna go to try to do a little thing on the top rope. As she gets to the top rope, the music gonna hit, and she just gonna be stuck and
Okay,
stuck and stuck.
I got you. She gonna actually cash in, not one of those. Oh, she ain't really cashing in type thing. Cause you know, it been times where they gave the briefcase to the ref and all that, and then some bullshit happened,
Well, when
and
they ring the bell,
Yeah.
Alexa,
that wasn't an official cash in type shit. But she cashed in.
Yeah. Now, Zill, that right there, we could save that. It depends, like how fast do we want to
depends.
bring Alexa but back? Because if we want to book her back fast, then we will have to have what's her name, not ruin the cash in, but just disturb it. Now, but this girl don't
Yeah.
actually cash in because we still want to sell them briefcases now. Remember,
Yeah, exactly.
we know
Yeah.
Naya guaranteed the nice run because of what you
Yeah.
said earlier. Them briefcases gonna sell through Christmas.
That's what I thought
Definitely
you were
gonna see.
saying. Like she gonna come like try to catch it in, and then Shorty gonna music gonna hit, and then she'll
Mm-hmm.
come out,
Should
and maybe
attract her.
they'll get into attacking, and then it'll be like, well, that wasn't no official casting. That's why I was saying like she
Right.
still gonna be walking around with
Oh,
the briefcase. You know what I mean?
yo, Zilla, you just gave me an idea, Zill. She could then front and be like, "Oh, I wasn't going to cash in," and now her and Alexa could be riding with Nia Jax for a little minute. You know what I mean? Where Alexa's like, "Yo, don't trust this chick," and Tiff like, "I wasn't going to cash in on you, but we
Playing
know you
around.
was about to cash in on sis. B if Alexa
She
ain't come
already kind
back."
of did that. She did it at SummerSlam. What's like,
Yeah,
what are
she
you?
did.
Yeah, now it's
Uh-huh.
like, what are you doing? Oh no, I wasn't doing it. And I'd be like, okay, I'm not falling for this no more. You're always getting closer. They said I didn't mean to do
But
that.
I think at SummerSlam that was all the rules. Like she got them at kind of distracted Shorty like she was okay. I think they was kind of like in cahoots with that one. Cause you see, like soon as that shit happened, that's when boom, she hit her with them two bonsai joints, and yeah, it was it.
Done.
Yeah. I think they setting it up. I think they already got this book. I think they already got what we talking about tonight booked, and they just setting it up with them teasers. Cause it's gonna come a time where she do that same tease, Tiffany that is, and she gonna go to tease, and Alexa going tease, and then however they want to book it is fine from there. We can extend it, cause we know she gotta hold on to that briefcase through the Christmas holiday season.
Hell yeah, they got to get that money.
Yeah, yeah, and then two, yeah, that's gonna move. That's definitely gonna move.
Yeah. I say you have them both on. I say you have them all three in a three-man girl squad. Three-man girl
Okay,
squad. That's your new SmackDown
so,
females team.
so my question is, when Nia's defending her belt, is Tiffany and Alexa going to interfere in Nia's matches?
No, they just gonna be watching each other back.
Okay.
Alexa is there to watch Tiffany to make sure you don't do no slick stuff, ma'am. You know what I mean? That's it. This my friend. Me and Naya is friends. Like I know you a fake friend. You was placeholding while I was gone. You know what I mean? And Tiffany, she's gonna play the character of the nah, I'm your friend. I'm your friend to the end. Really trying to look for the opportunity to cash in. And it's really simple. It's a simple
What
booking.
if Remember when Alexa turned on Nia? What if Nia flips on Alexa this time? She could flip on her. Like, yo, I ain't rock with you either. Say that later on too. I mean, nobody would expect that.
Yeah, nobody would expect that. And
Yeah.
that makes it difficult though, because it's like they already got Naya as this humble, aggressive. They don't have like Naya as a dominant heel. You get what I'm saying? They don't have her
Well,
as a
I like.
dominant heel. They got a
Well,
damn near like as a baby face.
yeah, that's because yeah. Well, I'm thinking of the whole Batista Rey Mysterio. Remember they were tag team champions. Later on, remember Batista was one of his best heel runs. He tried to go for the tag team belt in a fatal 4-way, and he didn't win because Rey Mysterio blocked him. You know, Batista turned on him. He said, "Ray, I'm gonna rip your head off," and they stood that to a whole nother level. Like, yo, man, you call. I tried to win the belt and you stopped me. And and that was a great feud. They don't get talked about enough. Ray and Batista.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that
they,
shit
And
was
they
good. They had the
yeah.
tag team titles. That was a dope
yeah,
Yeah.
feud.
You
and
gotta
they had a
understand
great
they
history.
think about it, y'all. They running that same angle right now with Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. They're running that similar angle. The guys sort of with the guy that same
Yeah,
angle
they
with
are.
them.
Yeah,
That's
they
But
that
are.
they
angle.
pretty much gonna pretty much uh break them up. But I don't know if they gonna like make a new Judgment Day with, cause JD and Finn got the straps, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so they gotta
yeah.
at least keep them together. You know what I mean? But
They already
Dom
said
and
it.
They already got
They
a new
said it
they
Judgment
did.
last
Day.
night. They said the
Oh,
new
what
Judgment
happened?
Day.
It's a whole
Who
new
gonna be?
team.
The
But
new
they
ju-
gonna recruit some new guys.
No, they
They
already
already
said
did.
the new Judgment Day is Finn and Dunn, Carlito, Dom and Liv.
Liv, Diamond Liv, Carlito, JD, and Finn. It's no Rhea and it's no Damien.
Right. Yeah.
That's a weak squad.
But bro, ain't it the same cookie sheet cutter template that they using with Bloodline? They've been doing
Yeah,
the same. It's the same concept with these two fractions the whole
yeah, it
entire
is.
time, where they give all of the fractions the belts to show that
True.
they remember the Usos passed the unified titles to the Judgment Day, and then they went and did the same thing. They stat load the team with titles instead of just getting the stable over without having to use the titles and waste the titles. They did the same thing, bro. Remember, Solo, he gave the North, he practically gave the North American title right on over to Dom, so Dom could do the same thing he did. Like, and now look,
Well, he
now,
couldn't. He wasn't gonna have that strap on the main roster. That's kind of why they did that shit.
yeah, but they let Dom rock it on the main roster because they
Yeah,
knew
He
that
they
had
was
it
strong.
did.
twice.
Goddamn it,
Dom
Dom,
had it
Dom,
twice too.
yeah,
He had it
Dom
twice.
had that bitch twice.
Yeah, well, Solo only had it for a week, and they
Yeah,
gave him back to NXT with that stupid rule. You couldn't get in that match. You're not a part of NXT. I said that was
yeah,
dumb.
that's some
That was
bullshit.
dumb.
But
Yeah,
with the
so my
bloodline, man, you don't know I don't know which direction they going in. With Roman returning and attacking Solo, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I mean, I know Civil War, but what direction? What's gonna be the teams? Like, what's gonna happen, man? You know what I mean? Like, The Rock got to be
well,
involved some kind of way.
well, they said that Roman's already an internal babyface. They already
Yeah, I
confirmed
see
that
your
he's a
baby
baby.
face. Of course, he
Yeah, he
gave Cody
confirmed.
the nod, like, man, you good. You know what I mean? I'm about to deal with these guys. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen with the
Ultimately,
bloodline? Like, who's gonna be in his
all right.
corner for this Civil War?
Yeah, I know that what we're in August, so Rock is soon be back. We
Yeah,
we
he
we,
Yeah,
about to
we,
start
we soon
filming.
be back. So that's
He
what's
almost
gonna
done
happen.
filming
The
the
Rock,
movie.
we
Yeah, he
soon
almost
gonna
done
get a
filming the movie.
we soon gonna get a little segment with the Rock talking us scolding Solo, because now Solo is consequences for losing. Now Solo, you
And
lost.
Paul Heyman probably gonna be with the Rock then. He'll be on the Rock with the Rock then.
and The Rock still got business with Cody.
No, Paul gonna be a good guy, Paul, and he gonna be with Roman.
Paul ain't gonna be
Paul with
good.
Roman right now. Paul
Paul
went
not
to
gonna
go
be.
see
He ain't
Roman.
gonna be. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna be.
he gonna be in Roman Reigns' corner.
Right.
It's gonna be good.
Right. He gonna be with Roman, bro. Roman gonna be a no nonsense face. He not gonna be
Yep.
one of them cheesy smiley faces. He
Yeah, I
gonna be
know.
one of them come to the ring, fight, rap, dust you up, coop, 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 gone. Very little.
He gonna be basically the same character, just the baby face now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Ain't nothing gonna be different.
Facts. Jimmy, we gonna see Jimmy come back real soon. Next time we see Roman,
Hey,
we gonna
Jay
see
gotta come back.
Jimmy.
He gotta come back to SmackDown. He on Raw still.
You
He gotta
gotta
come
go
back.
ahead and put them Uso boys back together, man. I ain't liking the solo run.
Yeah, and there goes the Yeet. There goes
You
the
know who
Yeet.
he?
And there's the
Yeah,
Yeet.
goddamn, no yeet. Get that boy
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, Jay was over with the Yeet thing. That's not cool, man. Y'all ain't do nothing
But
with
see,
him.
Jimmy, man, just flounder like they ain't doing shit with Jimmy. I don't think Jimmy gonna be able to do no solo run like Jay. He don't
Hell no,
got the
he's not as
charisma.
athletic.
He don't got the
Yeah,
charisma that
Jay's
Jay
way more
right.
got.
athletic.
Yeah.
Jay way more athletic. It would
He
never
don't
work for
got.
Jimmy.
Yeah, athletic and more charismatic. It's like he can talk better.
That's fact. What's going on? Salute in the No Podcast. Welcome to the ring, my guy.
Unfortunately, though, Nia's opponent that night, former UFC bantamweight champion Ronda Rousey, was not happy with this result, and so this would end up leading to her starting a feud with Bliss in the weeks that followed, with the big title match between the two ultimately being set for August 19th's SummerSlam. And despite being able to duck her challenger throughout the lead-up, on the night itself, there was no escape for the five-time women's champion, as she would quickly fall prey to the MMA star, getting predictably tapped out in just 4 minutes. And when she got a rematch at the following month's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, things ended up going even worse this time, as not only would Alexa be beaten soundly yet again, but during the course of the bout, she would pick up a nasty concussion that would end up taking her out of in-ring competition for the foreseeable future. So now easing into more of a talking role for the time being, the Ohio native would stand in the corner of Mickie James and Alicia Fox as they faced off against legends of the division Trish Stratus and Lita at the all-women's pay-per-view Evolution that October. And this was a bitter pill to swallow for her as it turned out, because she'd originally been booked to be a part of that match, with her hoping to finally realize her dream there of sharing the ring with her childhood idol, Stratus. But of course, given her health at that point, this couldn't happen though, and so instead, she would move on to being the captain for Team Raw during that year's Survivor Series, calling the shots from ringside there as her soldiers went to war with Team SmackDown in a winning effort. And so good a job did she do here that, the very next night on Raw, she would be named the new kayfabe head of the Raw Women's Division, from there acting as an authority figure over her peers for the remainder of the year, all up until the point that the McMahons would return to TV in December.
We are going to
What
go
happened
over
with her
common
health?
pieces of career advice that job seekers get and separate them.
Say that again, Baba.
They said her health because she was a Raw GM. What happened with her at that time?
Was it that thing that she suffered with as a child? What was that? Remember that she had a
Anorexia,
condition.
bulimia. She had bulimia again. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I was like, hell, what happened with her? Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
All right, let's take it to the chat. Do you guys know when Alexa is returning? That's what we're gonna try to get to by the end of the live stream tonight. We're gonna try to pick a perfect spot to book what we said. So it's up to Nia. It's up to Nia Jax. We got a book depending on who Nia opponent is. We got a book towards this cash in. The next time that it's an obvious cash in, it's not going to be at Bash in the Berlin, which is good because that brings us into what? Survivor Series, right? It's not going to be Survivor Series because that's still, we got to give the Money in the Bank briefcase time. We got to give that joint time. They're not gonna roll out Alexa until they definitely gonna waste that briefcase or use that briefcase. You know what I mean? And they're not going to use that briefcase until they finish making some money off that briefcase.
Yeah.
After that then, Bliss would move on to new ventures when she started her own talk show segment, A Moment of Bliss. And this was where she would remain until finally, on January 27, 2019 at the Royal Rumble, she would, of course, given that she hadn't competed in 5 months at that point, there was still surely some ring rust to work off, something Alexa would continue to work on over the next few months as she entered into a tag team with Nikki Cross. And it was this team that would eventually see Little Miss Bliss turn babyface for the first time while on the main roster, with her proving to be a natural in this role as, alongside Cross, she would become an imposing force in the women's tag team division, even beating the Iconics to win the women's tag titles on the August 5th episode of Raw. After that, proving that their victory hadn't just been a fluke, they would successfully defend the belts on a number of occasions, fending off the likes of Fire and Desire, all before ultimately falling to the Kabuki.
They got chemistry too. That's why everybody, I guess, was trying to put her in the Wyatt Sicks. I mean, it made sense in the beginning until they switched up it from Wyatt Sicks to Wyatt Sick.
Warriors that October. But that wouldn't be the end of the beef between.
Yo, guys, keep in mind, guys, both of these two was rosebuds. Zil, you know that? Both of these two was rosebuds.
Yeah, we just talked about it a minute ago. I don't remember Nikki Cross being one, but like I said, a lot of them rosebuds wasn't really memorable. But I remember Alexa Bliss.
Sure wasn't. Selena, I forgot Selena was one. I knew Becky was in there.
Yeah.
I knew about Scarlett
Bordeaux. Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa. I didn't know about Tessa either. See, Tessa,
I ain't even know Scarlett Bordeaux been around that long, but
yeah,
I knew
she was dating
had been
Adam
in
Rose.
and out.
She was dating Adam Rose, bro.
Yep, that's right.
Scarlett was dating Adam Rose? Yes,
before she got with Carrion.
Well, she dated a lot of guys before she got with Carrion. That's kind of the rumor on her. She been around the industry.
Between the two teams as it turned out, because by night one of WrestleMania 36 on April 4th, 2020, the one now infamous for being held inside an empty performance center warehouse, Bliss and Cross would be able to regain their titles, this making them two-time women's tag champions in the process. And while this run is less well remembered due to there being no crowds allowed at the shows at this time, it did see them have some good matches against the likes of Sasha Banks and Bayley, with those two being the ones who would ultimately beat them for the belts on July 6th of that year. So now, no longer a tag team champion, it seemed like it was time for a new evolution in the character of Alexa Bliss, and this was something that would end up happening not long after when, following an attack from Bray Wyatt's alter ego The Fiend on the July 31st episode of SmackDown, she would begin acting strangely, almost as if she'd been put into some kind of trance, this leaving her partner Nikki Cross concerned for her well-being as she began to change up her look more and more, eventually regressing to more of a schoolgirl as she turned her back on her friend and became the full-blown herald of The Fiend, often signaling his imminent arrival with increasingly spooky segments.
Now, what y'all think about this character? I think this was her best character to me.
Best character. That's
right?
what she was entertaining the most. Yep, that's what she was entertaining. I liked Alexa in that character role.
Yeah, me too. It showed that, she could do something different. Like, it showed her range. To me, her character was stale before they started doing all the Bray Wyatt stuff, and like you said, it became a little more interesting.
Facts, though. That's a fact. This guy good.
And while fan reaction on this new incarnation of her character was mixed, Alexa threw herself into it with gusto, fully playing up to the role, and at times feeling like the Harley Quinn to Wyatt's Joker. And given that Wyatt was heavily involved in a feud with Randy Orton at this time, the new evil Alexa Bliss would regularly get in his head going forward, even beating him in an intergender match at March 21st, 2021's Fastlane after much shenanigans had ensued. Come WrestleMania a month later, though, clearly feeling like she had now outgrown The Fiend, she would cost him the blow-off match with Orton, with this ending up being Wyatt's final write-off from the company, as he would be released from his contract.
I didn't like that, man.
I didn't like that match at all. That was the burial of Bray Wyatt. That was the burial of Bray Wyatt. That was him versus Orton, right?
Yeah. Wrong.
Yeah.
Then he returned that was when Randy set his ass on fire. Then he returned as a burnt up Fiend.
Man, Man.
I didn't like that pin. You know, Miss Orton wasn't too pleased about that pin on Randy. Miss Kim Morton didn't like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
his
extra.
wife you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orton's wife did
Oh
not like
shit.
that. She was not. She was the way
I
Alexa
couldn't
pinned
believe
her.
they did a fucking intergender match and let her beat him like that.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, y'all go check out the boy Toxic Ring Scandals for the for Miss Kim. For Miss Kim Orton.
Yeah, I don't know about Kim Orton.
Toxic Ring,
Yeah,
you want to let them know? Come on, man. That was the
I
segue
just
right
covered
there. I
about
threw
her.
the alley.
I just covered about her, bro. The way she got with Randy is crazy, bro. Crazy how her and Randy Orton got together, man. She was one of those groupie types. That's all I'm gonna say. One of them groupie types.
Contract a few months later. And so, with her original mentor now gone, Alexa would introduce a new friend in the form of Lily, a doll she would frequently talk to and use to psych out her opponents in the weeks and months that followed. And this would soon see her draw the ire of Shayna Baszler, with the two entering into a brief feud from there, as the former MMA fighter was scripted to run away scared from a child's doll. Since then, though, she's had a program with Eva Marie that went somewhat better and would ultimately see her pick up a victory over the diva of the past at August 16, 2021 SummerSlam. After that, however, a loss to Charlotte Flair and the subsequent destruction of Lily would see Alexa take a sabbatical from WWE TV, a position she remains in to this day as she undergoes surgery for some nagging health issues. Of course, it remains to be seen whether or not when she returns it'll be as this spooky incarnation of her character once more, or perhaps a reversion back to the mean girl gimmick of her earlier days on the main roster. Either way, given her mic skills, her ability to keep up in the ring, and her excellent command of whatever character she's given to work with, we're sure that Alexa Bliss will remain a featured player in the WWE Women's Division for some time, because just like the Bowling for Soup song that was written about her says, to both them and to her fans, she's the champ of everything. Well, guys, what did you think of the video? Let us know in the comments below.
Think you did a
Wow.
great job, boy. Wrestling with Andy. Always doing a
But that
great job.
character,
Yeah, he
I was
always
gonna
do
say that.
his thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that character that she said with the doll. That's Tatum Paxley at NXT. Rinse and repeat. That's the same character she is now. That was simply a rip off of Alexa. And I always knew I was like, they're doing the Alexa Bliss character with her. That's exactly what she's doing now. She got the doll and everything too.
Uh-huh. Facts. Facts. So um guys, we ready to wrap it up. We ready to close the show up, man. Hour and 44 minutes. So fellas, when y'all think she coming back? Timetable, estimate time. When y'all think she coming back?
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. You think that's enough time to sell that briefcase?
Well, if she won a briefcase, what in July, 6 months from now will be the end of December. So it'll be holiday season or early next year. I would say early next year.
All right, cool.
Hmm.
Zill, what you
Yeah, I
think,
would
Zill?
yeah, I would say the same. Probably early next year. That's when they start like they consider that like WrestleMania season where they like lead up into the WrestleMania thing. So like yeah, I think she'll come back around that time and then, by Mania, whatever they gonna do with it, it'll culminate like that'll be the climax of it. I don't know which direction they gonna go with it still. Like you say, it could be a bunch of stuff. It could be the fantasy booking we came up with. That'd be cool. They may still decide to put her with the Wyatt Six. Like, who
Right,
knows?
I
right.
just realized something too. SmackDown's moving back to USA Network, and you
Yep.
know USA compared to Fox is gonna let WWE give them more range to do stuff. So I think that would be good for let's come back around after, of course, when SmackDown go back to USA, not Fox. 'Cause every time somebody says a curse on Fox, they black the screen, which is whack. So
And don't forget, they going to Netflix where they gonna have no
that's whack.
strings on
Yeah,
them, where they gonna be able to go even Attitude Era style on them. They probably
Yeah,
won't because of all the woke shit, but they will be able to push the envelope a lot more.
man, you gonna have a lot going on
That's
next
a
year.
fact.
You got Netflix, you got John Cena retirement tour. You got It's so much stuff going on with WWE next year. It's so
Yeah,
much
Cena
stacked.
said he definitely gonna be a part of that Netflix run. He got to. He say, shit, I gotta be a part of that Netflix.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him for that.
I don't
And
blame him.
like you said, Zill, I like what you're saying. I think she's gonna be our WrestleMania surprise. She's gonna be our WrestleMania our surprise. I think Alexa come back WrestleMania, stop that cash in. You know what I mean? And somehow, some way, Alexa gonna end up. Now you're gonna get a nice little run. I predict. Now, a
Yeah.
nice little run. She gonna be able to live to see Trish try to get a not Trish, Tiff try to get her as her best friend, and Alexa will be the next women's Money in the Bank winner. So she's gonna end up trying to get her, and that's where her and Nia gonna bump heads at. So you know what I mean? Tiffany will keep it as up until they sell enough, up until WrestleMania, they would have sold enough. That's after the holiday season. That's enough selling of the pink lemonade briefcase courtesy. I got that courtesy of my guy TBK. Pink
Yep.
lemonade briefcase.
Yes, sir.
Once they sell enough of that, bring Alexa back to ruin the cash in. She end up her and Naya go off to be friends. Her and Tiff time battle it out. Next thing you know, we had Money in the Bank. Naya still champion. Alexa Bliss wins Money in the Bank, and we back at square one.
Yeah, but what you think about this, Brett? We could even like you could take a shortcut to that. Them two could have a match over that briefcase, and Alexa could come to the ring with that briefcase. If the briefcase fit her style too, it's pink, and it'll still sell. You know what I mean? They can still get their money off of it, and then
And it'll cut time, and it'll cut
yeah, to
time.
cut time. Like now you got the briefcase on her. You know what I mean? And Tiffany can win a championship without a briefcase.
Yes,
She can win the Royal Rumble or next year's Queen of the Ring. She
Yeah,
still
there
be
you go.
queen.
She win the Rumble. That automatically make her number one contender. And bam, she got her match at Mania.
that's a fact though. Yeah, that's good booking right there. That's good booking. Can't deny
Remember,
that.
she is the princess when Nia was the Queen of the Ring. Then she could say, "I ain't the princess no more. I'm the queen now."
Yeah, I'm the
You
queen
know.
Yeah,
now.
but you know the money match is her beating Charlotte. I would rather
Oh
see
yeah,
her win her first title at beating the real queen
there you go. That's what I'm
than
saying.
being a sneak.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
And it'll
That
mean a lot more her just beating somebody 1, 2, 3 to win the belt, and no shortcuts, no bullshit. Just beat Charlotte 1, 2, 3 to prove you that new you that new chick around here. You know what I mean?
facts.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good too. Yeah, like I said, there's so many angles they can go. I can't wait for them to go back to USA Network. I'm getting ripped out of the whole Fox thing.
Yeah, Fox is
I
trash.
mean,
You can't say nothing.
it's
They
trash.
blinking out the crowd. They
Yeah, I'm
blacking out
tired of it,
shit.
man. Every week it's a black screen. Every week we get a long pause. I'm like, yeah, this got to end, man. Fox was okay. See, Fox was okay before the way the story is now with the T14. When it was PG or it was fine. Now
Yeah,
it won't work. Fox won't work no more. It's an issue now.
no. TV 14, that's too raw for them.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can't wait for that.
It started when The
ASU.
Rock came back. They was doing all
Yeah,
that black
exactly.
screen and blanking out. The Rock wasn't giving a fuck. He was saying they was telling him he couldn't say
Nope.
certain shit. He like shit. I say what I want to say.
Yeah,
Facts
that was
though.
funny. Yeah, I'm like, and not, it wasn't just black for like 2 seconds. The script would be black for like 2, 3 minutes. We like, yo, every time we gonna go through this. And I was like, when I heard that they going back to US, and I said, good, good. I can't. Fox is trash. Can't do nothing over here. It's like they.
Yeah.
It's like being handicapped. So Yeah, I couldn't deal with that no more. I'm not dealing with that no more. I can't. I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
go
I'm
back
ready
to.
for the Netflix thing. I want to see just how Raw is gonna get on Netflix.
There ain't gonna be no commercials. There ain't gonna be no commercials. That's gonna be
Yeah, that's
great
gonna
too.
be dope too. No commercials.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And then two, and Netflix is gonna get a lot more viewers now. A lot of all WWE people
Oh
come over
yeah,
here to Netflix.
yeah. A lot of subscribers they pretty much gonna have to come to Netflix now if they wrestling fan.
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be cool. They got a lot of plans. They do a lot of stuff. Things that AW's not doing. AW's not doing nothing. They're just trying to get a rating. Still trying to get ratings.
Y'all think Shane gonna go over there?
I think that was a publicity stunt. That was a
It
rib. I
was.
told you that picture was a rib.
That's a real.
We heard nothing since that picture.
And Shane said he just congratulated Tony on 5 years of AEW and all that. You know, AEW be reaching for anything. They reach for
So
anything.
y'all don't think he could actually give Shane Ring of Honor and let Shane try to turn
Unless
that around?
I
unless
don't
Vince
think
buy it
Shane
all
want
out.
anything to do with wrestling. Period.
You
No.
don't? You think
Nope.
Shane just took the meeting to get niggas talking, huh?
I think it wasn't a meeting. I think Shane was in the airport while this boy Tony Khan was in the airport. So Shane
Yeah,
said, "Let
that's
me go
what.
get a chance to shake this man's hand. I've heard about him. Let me say what up to him." And as he went in, they snapped the picture. And
That was
being that
it.
CM Punk and I mean Drew Mack was ribbing with Jack Perry, his star. They Tony Khan got a chance to rib WWE back with Shane O'Mac.
So
Yeah.
Bully Ray lying then. He ain't introduced them to him, set up no meeting with them two.
He a
Bully
liar.
Ray. Bully
He a
Ray
liar.
something else, man.
Really, really,
Oh
really,
man.
really getting views, bro. These dudes that say
Oh,
anything to get
man,
views,
I'm
bro.
busting over radio. I'm busting over radio.
Yeah, that's what he claimed. He the one who put them together.
Oh, he the one probably told Shane, yeah, Tony is over there in that room. If you want to meet him, you can go meet him. That's about it.
Say, yeah, man, we in the airport. You know, Tony over there in the restroom, man. It's a room y'all can have a chat with in the back. And I'm gonna come past to snap a picture real quick, man, and we gonna put that shit
Exactly.
out there like,
Right.
we had a meeting.
Facts. I could get, you know what I mean, Wrestle Talk. Wrestle Talk could give me 10 stacks for this.
Yeah, we send it to Russell Talk. They gonna pay good money for this. Cause you know that they send it right to them British guys first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, we out of here. We out of here. And with that said, man, see y'all later. Y'all be good, y'all. Y'all be good.
All right, peace, man.
All
Appreciate you
right,
having me on.
salute to y'all. Salute to the chat.
Anytime, man. Anytime, bro.
No doubt.